Welcome to Body Sculpt of New York, 6 Weeks to Fitness podcast, where we hope to inform, motivate, encourage, and inspire you towards living a healthier lifestyle. And now, here's your host, the president of Body Sculpt of New York, Vince Ferguson.
Welcome to 6 Weeks of Fitness, episode 202. Thank you so much for joining me today. My next guest is an actor, he's a producer, he's a director, and former collegiate baseball star. He appeared in CBS TV's Bull, Hulu TV's Wu-Tang and American Saga, and in commercials with singer-songwriter Usher. And here today on my 6 Weeks of Fitness podcast to talk about his acting career, the importance of a positive mental mindset, and of course, physical fitness, is Jorge Blamo. Jorge, how are you, my brother?
I'm well. Thanks for having me on. How's everything with you?
Oh, we're good, man. We're good. And I know right now I'm speaking to you. You're in LA, correct?
Correct. Nice and sunny.
Yeah, and I bet it's pretty warm out there right now, right?
Yeah, honestly, compared to the East Coast, it's nice. You know, like people think it's freezing, but it's not. So you can always get a nice outdoor workout here, and that's always a blessing.
Nice, man. You look like you take care of business. We're going to talk about your workouts too, man. Yes, my brother. So before we talk about your acting career and anything else, tell my audience, where did you grow up and what was your childhood like?
So I'm first generation American. I grew up in New Jersey. And my childhood was literally, I was raised Ghanian and Portuguese, you know. My mom and dad always taught me to work hard and take every day as a blessing and not for granted. So I just try to do that in everything that I did, with either if it was sports or acting or just being a clown in class.
Just being a clown in class. Okay, so again, Ghana and Portuguese, a mixture.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very nice. Have you ever traveled back to Ghana?
Yeah, I went in 2019. I wanted to go last year, but I couldn't. So I try to go at least once a year, usually around like Christmas and New Year's, because that's like the best time to go.
Wow, man. Nice. Now, so you have a lot of family back there then?
Yeah. Majority of my family's there, Portugal, Germany, Singapore. Like my family's like all over the place.
Wow. Do you speak Portuguese?
I understand. I don't speak it well.
Nice. But still, I've been to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and they speak Portuguese there, you know?
Yeah, it's beautiful there.
Yeah, it sure was. But when did you know that you wanted to be a professional? No, when did you know that you wanted to be an actor?
So in kindergarten, it's funny. My teacher told my mom that she should put me into acting, but she's really focused on my education. So I would just obviously, I would always act out in class in some way. Any shows, any church plays, that's how I really got started in it. And then high school, I had to choose between baseball or theater. And I obviously chose baseball just because I like to be active. And then it just found its way back to me after I got hurt my sophomore year. And that actually helped me like therapy-wise and mentally to get through my injury and just become who I am today.
Wow. So initially it was acting that was your first love.
Initially, no, baseball was my first love, I would say.
Baseball was your first love.
Baseball was definitely my first love.
But the teacher saw the potential of you being an actor.
Yeah, since I was a little kid, yeah.
Yeah. I guess all that clowning around, he said, this guy is a natural. Right? That's amazing, man. That's amazing. Did you have any role models that you grew up with who were actors?
Yeah, for sure. I would say Martin Lawrence, Jamie Foxx, Steve Harvey, because those were like a lot of shows I used to watch coming up and growing up. Right. And just they motivated me just because I like their versatility. They were funny, they can be serious, and I think they could play any role. So I always try to follow in that type of footsteps.
Wow. Did you meet any of them before you became an actor?
No, I wish. I met funny speaking, I met Chris Rock.
Oh, Chris
Pizza
Rock.
store. in Brooklyn one time, and I remember I went up to him and tried to ask him for an autograph. I was like, "Hey, Chris, can I get an autograph?" He's like, "Chris who?" And then everyone starts laughing. And I remember I cried. I was like, "Oh my goodness!" Like he was so funny. Everyone just started laughing, you know. So
Yes. Did he give you the autograph?
no, he didn't.
What? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. But like I understand. You know, he probably gets it all the time. He was with his kid. His kid is also named George, which is funny. And you know, sometimes you gotta understand people just are trying to spend time with their family. He might have just been on tour, you know. He only had this amount of time to spend with his family. So I didn't hold it personal, you know.
Yeah. So you kind of understood how that can be. I mean, family time is precious, and when you're busy acting or whatever you're doing, you want some time to yourself, and that family time is time to yourself, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that. But now, tell me now, as a baseball player, because again, that was your first love, right?
Mhm.
And you have to prepare yourself as a baseball player physically and mentally. But when you got hurt, how did that affect you when you realized that you could no longer play professional sports?
So at the time, I was still trying to get back to it, just because, like, obviously it was my first love.
Yeah.
I was playing semi-pro for a little bit. I was deciding to go to DR to try to get recruited to the league that way.
Yes.
Um, but honestly, I like switched majors so many different times that my injury actually made me choose kinesiology to major in, just so I could understand how to rehab and get myself back. And I think that right there has stayed with me till now. And that's
Huh.
how I was able to just even get back in shape, repair my groins without having to do surgery and whatnot.
Wow, that's serious, man. So the pursuit for baseball is definitely over for you.
Yeah, I mean, I still play men's leagues, you know, here in Cali. So
You
I
do,
I I would say the pursuit to go professional, yes, is over. But
right?
I still play.
And you still love the sport.
Yeah, of course. It's a great workout.
Perfect. So when did you move to LA?
A year and a half ago.
You moved there to pursue acting?
Yes, I did.
Wow. Did you have any contacts out there, or you just decided to just go on a whim? I'm gonna go out there and make it in Hollywood.
No, just it was COVID and I just lost my mom, and I've always wanted to
Right.
basically come to the West Coast. And you know, just like I played baseball, I want to be competitive. If you
Yes.
want to be competitive in acting, you kind of have to come out here. So I just came out here and just tried to do the best that I could. I
Yeah.
had like two friends that were out here, so they were able to help me adjust. But at the same time, it's just came out here to take care of business.
Wow. I'm sorry to hear the loss of your mom, you know.
Appreciate
Sorry
that,
to
man.
hear that, man. But how did you get into the industry? What was your breakout role in the industry?
My first role ever, honestly, was for Audi. It was in I forgot what year it was, but it was with Bayern Munich's soccer team,
Yes.
and basically we got to play with actually the players on a pitch with the Audi commercial. So that was my first like commercial ever, and then I said like my first role was Wu-Tang and American Saga.
Perfect.
Um, it was really fun to shoot. We shot it in their neighborhood. Their whole block was watching.
Yeah,
So you
Park
know,
Hills, Staten Island, baby. Yeah.
so the pressure was on to make sure that we did it the right way. So that was a really great opportunity, and I loved it.
Wow. And I know also you were in a commercial with Usher.
Yeah, last year.
Oh, that was just last year, a Rémy Martin commercial, right?
Yeah,
I saw
it's
that. How was that?
oh man, just Usher. He's so inspiring at his age. Just to see how he moves, the
Yeah.
way he dances, how fluid he is, and his detail to technique was really inspiring. You know, like I think he's like 40, but he doesn't even look it. But
Yeah.
you could tell he really takes care of his body. He's very charismatic, nice, and just to see someone that you've seen over the years be
Yeah.
such a down to earth human being is really impactful.
That's nice, man. That's nice. So he was definitely approachable.
Oh yes, for sure. He was making jokes, laughing with everyone. Like it, the day went. I think we shot for like 17 hours, and honestly, it didn't feel like 17 hours just because of how his energy was.
Really?
Yeah,
That says a lot too when it comes to your physical ability, because you, someone who takes care of their body, because you are still an athlete, right?
yeah,
You're still an
of
athlete.
course.
And so how important is it to you to keep that body up now that you're an actor?
For me, it's just staying ready majority of the times because I just never know what like who's gonna come knocking. So
Yeah.
instead of me having to be like, all right, now I gotta go on this strict diet and not eat, I'd rather just do it naturally, just
Yes.
so I don't have to go through offsets and I'm able to just be at my optimal self.
Best, yes. So you can play an athletic role if you want, or just an average, brother on the screen, no big deal. But what if you were required to be overweight? Could you do something like that?
I would just for the craft. It's not healthy. I
Yeah,
wouldn't
exactly.
obviously I wouldn't advise it, but
Yes.
for a role, yeah, I try to play roles that can try to inspire and impact as many people as possible. So um I remember when I got hurt, I couldn't really run. I couldn't do any cardio. I was just lifting upper body. So at that time period, I also was gaining a lot of weight.
Yes.
And like, so I understand how it feels and I was able to like lose it at the same time.
Mhm.
So maybe if I ever like had to get a role like that, maybe I would show people a natural, healthy way to lose weight and just understand it doesn't take, sometimes it takes longer than 3 weeks to get fit.
Get fit. Right, right, right. I could imagine someone like yourself would be a perfect trainer to the stars as well, because
Yeah.
you know how to keep fit. You know what I'm saying? So that's something on the side. If you ever want to do something on the
Ooh,
side.
I'll think about that. That's good.
Yeah, man. Trainer to the stars, a star like yourself, trainer to the stars, because you know how to get fit. And most actors and actresses, they need their body to take them on this journey, as you know.
Yeah,
So
for
your
sure.
knowledge of kinesiology and I'm sure nutrition and fitness, it's the best of both worlds, man. So
Indeed, indeed.
my advice to you, my brother, just something to think about. Now, I mentioned that you're an actor, producer, and director. But what have you produced and directed?
So producing, there's this thing called diner stories that they're short segments between like 5 and 10 minutes long
Yeah.
of just diner stories. So basically, the first episode we shot was a gay son coming out to his conservative dad
I saw that.
and just being impactful.
Mhm.
We try to not be sensitive in the material just because we want it just to be more realistic to what life actually is. And no matter what the political uh gestures that are going on in the world at the moment. So we've done I think 30 episodes. We have 30 more to shoot, and then we're gonna try to pitch that.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you
And then
produced that.
yeah. I produced it with my friend Afonso Enrique,
Yeah,
who was in the Navy, and now he's a writer, and
really.
he's brilliant. He's brilliant.
Really?
Yeah,
Navy. I was in the Navy too. He's got to be brilliant, bro.
yeah. He was in the Navy for like 15 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
No, I was in the Navy for 6 years. I got the heck out, but it was great though. But that was so cool though. That was good. So you produced all those segments.
yeah. I acted and produced them,
Acted and produced. Yeah, I
and then
saw the one. I saw a couple of
I'm
them.
gonna direct two that are coming up.
Nice. Okay. And have you directed any music videos?
Yes, I did. I just directed Como 2 by Mary Monty.
Nice.
Um, it was my directorial debut. I had such a great time. For me, it was just beautiful to just bring her vision to life. She came with the idea, she wrote it, I helped her write a little bit of it, and then from there we just shot exactly how she wanted it, and it came out exactly how she wanted, and I'm so happy.
Really? She
Yeah,
loved it.
she loved it. She loved it.
Wow. So that's three hats that you were wearing: actor, producer, director. Okay. Which do you prefer?
Honestly, I like them all. They're all me. You know,
Oh, you.
sometimes certain things call me to act. Sometimes certain things call me to produce. Some things call me to direct. So whatever it is, I just go with the flow.
Yes, yes, yes. Now, how has a positive mindset helped you in your career?
So, reference to baseball, sometimes you go in slumps, right? When you're
Yes,
hitting.
yes.
So you need to get yourself out of the slump, get a base hit, and be there for your team, even though individually you're not doing well. So I try to take that mindset into acting, where it's like I'm getting a lot of no's, and
Mm.
then I'll get a couple yeses here and there, and then just try to stay consistent. That's all it is, and going through the reps.
Nice, man. So you were turned down for roles before.
Oh yeah, let's just put it like this: for each yes you see, there's 1,000 no's. That's
Woo!
how you have to look at it. Yeah.
The old man by then, bro. No. How do you stay up for that, though? How do you stay? I mean, baseball taught you this.
I love it. So because I love it, I'm able to endure and understand that this is part of the game. I'm not gonna bat 1,000. It's impossible.
Wow.
But I can do my best to bat 350. I can do my best to bat 500. So that's the mindset I take. Sometimes I'm just gonna swing at curveballs in the dirt, miss. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go down looking. But it's life, and you just have to keep fighting and believing in yourself and keeping good company around you.
Oh, most definitely. And speaking of good company around you, how important is faith to you?
Oh, it's super important. Just being Ghanian and Portuguese, I come from a very, very religious background. And I think that's helped me stay disciplined, also just believe in myself and just my faith, on my natural ability,
Yeah.
and just to be able to help others, inspire others. It's a big thing for me.
Oh, most definitely. You're very well grounded, my brother, which is great. And you have an agent, I would assume now, right?
Yeah, I do. I have a commercial and a theatrical agent.
A commercial and theatrical agent. Wow. Would you travel to New York if the role or the part demanded it?
Yeah, so I actually had to travel back to New York for Bull that I shot and that aired in January, I believe.
Yeah.
So for me, I think acting is beautiful where it can also take me to different places that I've never really been, even though I've been to New York, but like
Yeah.
I'm excited for a project to take me to, let's say, Thailand, and I have to shoot there for like half the year. It's just a beautiful part. I'm able to learn and open and be objective and understand life more fluidly.
Yes, yes, yes. If it was up to you, what director would you like to work with?
Ooh.
Loaded question.
Guy Ritchie.
Guy Ritchie.
Guy Ritchie. He's made this movie called Snatch. He's a British director. Um, it just the way his films are, it's very action based, comedic at the same time, and serious, which I really like because his style of filming is there's not a lot of directors that can do it well, and I think he's really mastered just being able to embody every type of category and put it into his films and still have a defining message behind it.
Wow, Guy Ritchie. Nice, nice, nice. If you had a chance to work with any actor or actress you wanted to, who would it be?
It can only be one.
It only be yeah. I don't have but so much time. I mean, it's quite a few you like to work with, right?
No, I would say Jamie Foxx and Martin Lawrence.
Really?
Yeah.
Even today, Jamie
Even
Foxx.
today, Jamie. To me, I would say Jamie Foxx is one of the best actors I've ever seen because he's just so versatile.
Versatile, right?
And for me, that's how I grade acting. Like you can be great at one thing, but if you can get out of your comfort zone and do comedy, do action films, do a serious drama, like Jamie Foxx can do it, and he can sing. Like it's just he's a beast. He's a beast.
Wow. And I remember him from the In Living Color days, a TV
Yeah,
show.
exactly.
And that's where he showed a lot of his versatility, you know? So, and he's just blew up since then. So,
Yeah. Just
amazing.
like in baseball, I would say he's a 5-tool player.
Fine
Right.
tune player. Yes. Oh, most definitely. Good. Which do you prefer? Comedy, drama?
Action, anything
Action.
action wise. Yeah, I like to move, so I
Yes.
feel like I do my best while I'm moving. I don't, if even if it's comedy or drama, as long as there's action in it, I love it.
Right. Okay. You could be the next action hero, man.
Yeah, that's Wakanda forever, baby. Black Panther
Wakanda.
3.
Exactly. When that movie came out, when Black Panther came out, how did that make you feel?
I loved it, the storytelling, because first it made history, right? In
Yes, it
terms of
did.
Marvel.
Yeah.
And then two, I love that we're able to have a powerful story for just Black people in general. And I love how it connected Africans with the diaspora. And I think it's now we're coming together more. And I think the future is great for us. So I'm really, really happy.
Oh man.
And it's also opened up more ways for Black directors and other Black storytellers to tell their stories and be impactful in the industry.
Yeah. Now they're supposed to be coming out with another one, right?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they're filming it right now.
Yes, yes. And when we lost the brother there, that was really heartbreaking. He
Yeah,
was such a rising star and a positive brother as well.
exactly.
So that really hurt, man. But now I understand you have a couple movies coming out.
Yeah, so I have two posts are that are in post right now. It's
Yeah.
one's with myself. It's I would say it's based in COVID, right when COVID started.
Oh, really?
And it's a thriller. It basically talks about mental health and how she was trying to come out or break up with me. I wasn't
Yeah.
really the best of boyfriends.
Oh,
So that's one. And then two is Rocky's Galaxy. It's a sci-fi
oh, nice.
comedy. It's really fun. I think you enjoy that. I think that's coming out around Christmas time.
Around Christmas time.
Yeah.
Wow. Are these independent movies?
Yeah, these are both independent movies, but they're all most likely going to get picked up by either VOD or hopefully theaters.
Yeah, man. No, that sounds really exciting. So I know that as an athlete, you are constantly working on yourself. How many days a week do you work out, George?
I would say between 5 and 6, but I mix it up because I used to love running, but then now I don't really like it. So I play a lot of football, soccer
Oh,
to
okay.
stay in shape. So I play like three days a week. I would say I play for cardio, and then I'll try to mix in like a full body circuit training in between.
Wow. And that's amazing that you're able to put that time in. Are you currently filming?
Right now, I actually have a shoot later today. I have to shoot a commercial.
You do a commercial. Wow.
Yeah.
So, and what I'm getting at is because I know sometimes your craft could kind of demand a lot of your time. But do you think you'll be able to keep this type of schedule going even as you work your craft?
Yeah, for sure. Just because for me, it's a mental thing. If I don't work out, I start getting crazy. So
Ah,
I need to work out. It really helps me calm down. Um,
nice.
and just even if it's just sometimes I'm only able to go out for like a 20-minute run. Like I'll just try to bang that out, and then push-ups. Body weight. COVID taught us body weight exercises are work. So
Yes,
I just try
yes.
to get in as much as I can.
Oh, most definitely. As a matter of fact, speaking of that, well, since we were kind of like locked in place, sheltered in place, you did a lot of calisthenics at home, I would imagine.
Yeah, I did a lot. And it's funny. With Under Armour, I got to do some workouts with like other people during like on live with them. So
Yeah.
it's I just like that COVID showed. I saw a lot of transitions from people turning like their life around to a healthier standpoint. And
Lifestyle.
it is really motivating, and I hope it's here to stay. I hope it wasn't just like a trend, because I feel like health we need to keep being positive and just pushing people to just move more and more optimally and have fun while doing it. It shouldn't feel like a chore.
Oh, most definitely. And again, man, with the way you're speaking, train it to the stars, man. I'm just saying, that's part of what you're doing. Because you're right. I think if this pandemic taught us anything, it taught us the importance of our health. If you don't have your health, you don't have anything.
Exactly.
So health truly is wealth, you know? You've got to be healthy, even though regardless of the career path that you choose. If you don't have your health, you're not going to make it, right?
Yeah.
So and you're a perfect example, man, of what health can do. You know what I'm saying? Really?
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. So where do you see yourself, Jorge, in the next 5 years?
I would say in an action film worldwide,
Nice.
and probably coming out with 2 documentaries by that time.
Documentaries.
Yeah, documentaries.
Okay, about what?
So I'm working on a documentary right now about just Afro beats and how its culture is spreading around the world. So that's one I'm doing. And then the other one is Africans in sports, where it's basically telling stories of African athletes from either Ghana, Nigeria, Morocco, Egypt. And it's kind of just inspirational type of feel to show how they came from where they grew up to professional life and whatnot.
Wow. Because you have quite a few African athletes from, in the NBA, right? NFL,
Yep.
right? And I would imagine MLB.
No,
Baseball? Not
yeah,
many, right?
wish.
Yeah, you would have been one of them.
Yeah, I would have been one, but soon. And that's another thing. I feel like I want to inspire people to just go after their dreams, you know, even
Yes.
if their surroundings are not the easiest to come up. There's always a way. It's just your will and your drive to get there.
Right, most definitely. How important, not really how important, but what impact did your parents have on you?
Oh,
To-
super.
impact.
My mom's my biggest motivation. She was the strongest woman I've ever seen.
Wow.
And just to see her work hard, you know, even after like my dad passed away,
Oh, your
and
dad.
it really inspired me to just keep working and stay disciplined no matter what.
Oh my goodness, yes, man. So you lost both parents.
Yeah, I lost both my parents.
Do you have any other siblings?
Yeah, I have 2 siblings. I'm the youngest of 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really? Are they on the East Coast or the West Coast? Like
They're both on the East Coast actually. One's in Maryland, the other's in Boston.
okay, are they proud of you? What you're doing?
Yeah, I would say they are.
Yeah,
You
man.
know?
Pursuing your dreams.
Yeah, of course. It's not an easy dream either, you know. You have to just learn how to play the game and also just understand it's not always you and not to take it personal.
Right, right. And to know that there are people looking at you as you live this journey too. So you can be a role model for so many people. And speaking of that, what advice would you give to a younger person, a younger version of yourself who wants to get into the industry?
Just do it. Don't ask for advice
Oh,
from
really?
friends.
Don't ask for advice.
Don't ask for advice from friends or family
Okay.
because they'll just deter you away from it.
Yeah. Yes.
And then when you get into the industry, just try to make as much connections as you can. Just ask, and just don't be afraid to ask questions.
Yes, but ask questions from the right people.
Yes, correct.
Right?
Correct.
Those who have been there, done that, who can help you along the way, not those wannabes or the haters, because they're out there too. And we can go on, that's another story, right? Staying positive, man, and keep yourself around positive people. That energy, it feeds off you, and it actually helps you to achieve any goal you want in life, right?
Yes.
Being positive, my brother. That's so true. Where can my audience find out more about Jorge Blamo?
So my website's being rebuilt right now, but once that's up, jorgeblamo.com, it'll have like all my projects that I've done,
Nice.
stuff that I'm currently doing right now. And then I'm on all socials at Jorge no, sorry. Jorgio Blamo, Giorgio Blamo, because my nickname I go by Giorgio.
Oh, Giorgio.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. That's cool. And it's spelled Jor or G?
No, J. So
J.
Jorgio Blamo, Giorgio.
Okay. That's on all social media platforms.
Yeah.
Instagram, Facebook,
Facebook,
Twitter.
Twitter, yep.
Okay, cool. Definitely look for you there, man. So, but this has been great, man. And I really appreciate your time coming out and not coming out, sitting there and just chatting with my audience, man, because again, I see you as an up and coming, a rising star, you know?
Appreciate
and
that.
yeah, man. And again, you got that health and you have your faith, you know, so you can't lose, man. You really cannot lose, man. Really can't. So I really appreciate you. And I just want to ask if you have anything else you would like to share with my audience before we go.
You and me both share his name, Vincent. Vincent's my middle name.
Really? Are you serious?
I'm being serious.
Jorge Vincent.
I really want to say, like, I've been listening to your podcast, and honestly, what you're doing is fantastic.
Oh, thank
You're
you.
spreading health the right way. You know, there's so many other ways of fitness that aren't well, but you're doing it exactly the way it should be. And I'm grateful that you've had me on this platform and continue to inspire people. You're really making a difference.
Wow, Jorge. I mean, that means a lot hearing that from you. You know what I mean? It does. I mean, I just do what I do, right? But when you hear someone else say, look, I appreciate what you're doing, I'm like, wow. I mean, somebody else appreciates it. It means that it inspires me to keep going. You know?
Don't stop. Yeah.
Don't stop. It's a journey, you know? It's a journey, man. But it's anything worth having is worth fighting for and working for.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah, man. So we're going to get there, and I'll be watching you as well because I know that you have what it takes. You know, I looked at some of your clips and just meeting you here today, man. And, you know, I get the energy vibe, the good energy, you know, and you can tell when someone's really grounded in a good family upbringing. You can tell, you know, and I hope that when, like, I have kids too, and I hope when people see them, they're like, good upbringing, you know, because it shows. It really shows, man. And I can see that you're going to go far in this industry, but you're going to be real about it. So I hope that we can stay connected, and I'll reach out to the person who sent me your information because I want to be kept updated on what you do and, you know, where you go, you know, because I'm believing in you, you know, and we need more people like you, more young brothers up there coming up there, staying positive, staying true, you know, because you can open so many doors, not only for yourself, but for other people like you.
And that's more, for me, that's more important, just opening more doors.
I believe you, and I think what you're saying is 100% correct. Some people can just say that and not mean it. You mean what you say.
No, yeah.
It's great. So, Giorgio, I say Jorge. When I see the J in your name, I'm thinking Jorge, right?
Yeah, right. It's weird. Like, people
Yeah.
don't understand. It's Portuguese because we pronounce it differently at the end.
Wow.
In Brazil, they actually say Jorge.
They say Georgie.
Yeah, Jorge. Yeah,
Really? Really?
It's different. Yeah, their accent is, people say a lot more elegant to the ears.
Yes.
And we sound like we're gargling water, but
Yes, man, of course. So let me say that on behalf of my organization, Body Scope of New York, it's my nonprofit here in New York, and my 6 Weeks of Fitness podcast, I truly want to thank you for coming on my show today.
thanks for having me. I appreciate you, brother.
Oh, man, definitely. Wakanda forever, baby.
Yeah.
And to my audience, I truly hope this program was encouraging, informative, and inspiring. It inspired me, that's for sure. And I hope that you will continue tuning in to my 6 Weeks of Fitness podcast. And if you have any questions, suggestions, or comments for the show, please leave them on my email. Email me or leave it on my comment section below. And please don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes. And remember, we don't stop exercising because we grow old. We grow old because we stop exercising. Right, Jorge? Yes, looking good, baby. The guns.